Right. So the stream. Oh well, that's there we go. So it should be live now. Yeah, live chat. Yeah, looks like I'm all ready to go for the stream. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out on the 5th of this month, and it's the first, obviously. So I'm gonna at least try and do like one stream a day until before the Switch 2 comes out. Just playing a Switch 1 game and like talking about how talk about my experience with the game, and if it's a multiplayer game like Smashbros and like somebody in the chat wants to join in, then we can do that with like Mario Kart as well. But yeah, today we're going to start off with Smashbros. And there's a way coming on my controller because it needs to be on charge and I forgot to charge it earlier. Anyway, yeah, Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, I don't have a ton of experience with Smash Bros. The first Smash Bros. game I played was it was Brawl on the Wii. I'm pretty sure I haven't got the name right. Sometimes I get the names mixed up. And there might be a bit of a delay. Let me just check. Is this going through this? Right, so that's the start and start. I don't know if it's actually recording, but yeah, live. Make sure it's just live, just in case there was a slight. So if I'm not doing too well, I'm gonna just blame the slight delay. But yeah, anyway, so like I was saying, actually I'm gonna knock this down a couple levels because I want to be able to talk and not just get my butt kicked by a level 9 while I'm talking. So yeah, my first Smash game was the Wii one, basically. Yeah, what? This bloody Mr. Game & Watch is going crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that was my that was like my introduction to the Smash Bros. Series. But back then, I thought all it was what was it called? The story mode, basically. What was it called? I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. But back then, that's all I thought the game was like the story mode. I didn't know about Melee or 64. Even though I had both the GameCube and the Nintendo 64 growing up, I just never got those two games, which is probably why I just thought it was just the story mode. So so I never 100%ed it. Might go back one day and like 100% on like stream or something, maybe. No promises. I don't like making promises because I'll probably forget I even made the promise in like 5 minutes. Where is he? There we go. There, I died. Anyway, so I did. Yeah, I never 100%ed it. The second Smash game I played was Smash on 3DS because I didn't have a Wii U. But I do have Smash on Wii U now, and I think I played that on stream at one point before Ultimate came out. But yeah, Smash 3DS is the one other than Ultimate, is the one I have the most time in by far. Because I would play it at college with my friend who also had it. And what was I saying? Yeah, I played it with my friend at college, and I played a lot of the I think it was called Smash Run. But I didn't need to buy any of the DLC or anything because I have an issue. I didn't need to have like any idea like the like Nintendo eShop or even what that was or how it worked for a long time. But yeah. So I don't think I obviously didn't 100% it either, because I just had a lot of stuff to do in it. But I did do a lot. I did do a lot of stuff in it. Can I? Oh wait. Well, I was way too close to try and win through it. Anyway, my counts as a grab. Do grabs count? Counts one? Probably not. Anyway, well, it probably counts as a grab. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Smash Ultimate. I loved it from day one. You've probably seen like my reaction to almost all of the character reveals. Like some of them were just crazy. I've probably done a lot of stuff in this. If I go to Games and More, oh no, not Games and More, Vault. Replays, tips, movie, shop. Challenges, yes, there. Yeah, so in Smash, all I've not done is like Yoshi beat a level 9 CPU at least 3 points in a 2-player battle. This must be done within 3 minutes with spirits off and without handicaps. Donkey Kong against 4 level 9 CPUs, KO 3 opponents within a with a Meteor Smash. So this must be done within 3 minutes with spirits off. What's a Meteor Smash? I'm not quite sure about that, but I've done all the others. Adventure, again, I've only done all but 2 here. As Ganondorf cleared the first stage of the final battle without being KO'd, and win the final round without being KO'd. Oh, I have 6 challenge helmets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so here on Spirit Board I've got 3. So win against an advanced class 3 times without using a spirit team, and use a battle item 10 times. 3 10 spirits in a row without hitting the shield or using 3 the spirit items. Those don't seem to difficult. On spirits, I've just got to sell items 5 times in items. Hold on, can I? In items. I literally just do that right now. Is that... So that's in spirits. So, adventure. Press any button. So if I go to this one. Yeah, I 100%ed World of Light though. But so... no. So... Yeah, sell 5 items, skill tree options, like shopping. Oh, I don't know what items is, then. I can buy stuff from these 2, but you can't sell. Activities. Oh yeah, these are like these guys. I've never really touched these much. Still don't really have any idea what they do. How do I leave? Options. What? Oh, I guess for the final battle I said easy. Oh well. Controls, inventory, how to play, save. Is that? Nope. How do I? Oh wait, I just. Okay. It's been a while since I even touched World of Light. I think the last time I touched it was literally just see if I could do a nuzlocke of it, and the answer was no. Anyway, back to challenges. Spirits, classic mode. Clear intensity 9.9. Use a ticket 3 times. As King K will reach the goal in bonus game within 45 seconds. The 9.9 one sounds different. As Ken, clear Sentry Smash alone using only special moves. As Wolf, clear Sentry Smash alone within 5 minutes. Play Sentry Smash alone on a Great Plateau Tower and clear it within 5 minutes. Get 3 KOs in full Smash while playing solo. Oh, and I've done everything online. I didn't even know I did that much stuff online. I used some hammers on these. Maybe? I don't know. I also completed others. Yeah, not bad. I think I could probably do, if I set my mind to, I could probably get some of these done. Like, as King K will reach goal and bonus game within 45 seconds. Yeah, let's try that. Classic mode. Oh, and I've beaten this with a bunch of them. The only ones I've not done it with is Kazuya and Sora. They kind of fell off at the end, really. King K. Rool. There he is. Apparently my previous specials are 3.6, so let's see if let's start off with 3.6. And yeah, using tickets is easy. Just do it at the beginning, okay. So Charizard. Oh, I almost got him. And I win. Easy peasy. Well, this class. This was quite fun. I think this was basically based off Smash 64 mode. And down goes Bowser. He didn't even take a single hit. Maybe you should like play this mode a bit more and have some fun with it. I've barely done any multiplayer ones, so I should probably see if I can do that with my nephews, because I play this with my nephews on the weekends, which is why I don't usually do streams or videos on Saturdays and Sundays, because I'm spending time with family. Oh! And Billy slammed. King Dedede has a really bad matchup against King K. Rool because he just can't really use his Gordos, because King K. Rool can just use his cannon and just smack his Gordos back at him. Nope, nope. Ooh. Oh, okay, that. You tried to come down and get me, but you got launched into the best of them. Apparently, I was just really bad at this when I did King K. Rool. And down goes Ganondorf. Something I didn't really like about Smash Bros. Ultimate is that they did remove like transformations. Final Smashes like Lil Mac's Final Smash in 4 was him transforming into Giga Mac or whatever it was called. And I like that, you know, I prefer the transformation Final Smashes much more to this like, oh, press the button at the right time to get a CGI, to get a cutscene that does a bunch of damage. I always found them more enjoyable in my opinion, but apparently I guess I was alone in that because apparently they weren't very popular with like pros and stuff, and it's like, still feel like they're just more fun. Or just like use your Final Smash, like with, or like Final Smash like the Carios where you press the B button and then you get teleported to the center of the map and you're at, and you just angle it. Okay, getting hell there is a bit difficult because he's so big. You're a fat ass King K. Rool. Did I do it in time? Oh, it didn't give me a time. I don't know. Don't know if I did that in time or not. Well, I guess we'll find out when I beat this guy. And I believe all these are supposed to be like references to their games or something. I have no idea what these references are though. Nope. You just had to use that, right? Oh. Ah, get down. I almost beat him. Well, I did this with a character that I'm better with, like maybe Pyro and Mithra, I might be able to like destroy it. My Pyro and Mithra are quite strong. Just gonna make sure that, yeah, nothing's going on here. Great. Round clear. Okay, finish with an intensity of 8.2. It's way better than my last one. I guess I just with my last one I didn't even like try me. I just try and get as good a score as I could. I think I was just like oh, I just wanna get all these done, so I'm just gonna do the lowest one. So I just squeeze through it. And that's probably what I was trying. That's probably what I was doing. Not even that, I was just really bad at the game when I did it. Which wouldn't surprise me because I've gotten way better with time. Anyway, I'm still not very good. Now, if I went online, I'd probably get my ass handed to me. especially now. I got my ass handed to me ages ago, but now like there's only like sweats playing now, and it's like, they'll be like so much better than me. They'll just like annihilate me. Might do someone like, well, maybe. Well, it definitely if like someone in chat wants to do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. I remember like reacting to the World of Light trailer for the first time. It was like so cool. And it was like, oh, what is Galeem? And we didn't even know about Darkon. And MatPat had a theory. If I remember correctly, MatPat's theory basically was that Galeem is a representation of corporations that just like soullessly milk an IP until it's forever in its wear, and Darkon is a kind of a representation of like the fan base that like you know, tears stuff apart, you know, games apart, and just like, you know, hey, you know, the toxic part of the video game community basically. And it's like, I mean, I could be, but I'm not quite. I just don't like. It's not. Personally, I don't think it's that, because the past Smash Bros games were basically telling the, or at least there's a theory that was telling the story of a boy, you know, who got into video games and all that, and Noggin did a theory on it ages ago. And it kind of didn't really fit into that, and the idea. Oh yeah, I did manage to win that. Thank you. Anyway, it didn't really fit into that theory, which I didn't like about it, because it just felt like, oh, we had a great like narrative of these first ones, and then this is something completely different and more meta. Yeah, more. Well, there's always a bit meta, but you know what I mean. Now, personally, I think if I was going to fit this into like that whole theory, I think I would. I think that like Galeem is it's like you know, keyboard. You know, keyboard always like people are just like, oh, I don't like. We're gonna boycott this game because it, you know, it could offend this group of people or whatever. And it, you know, and it kind of still feeds into the whole thing of them like milking it, because instead of like milking it, a corporate milking it for greed, they're just like making like copies of the original, but they're just bland and lifeless and passionless, because they're just, oh, we can't offend anybody, we can't have something that might potentially upset somebody, or whatever, and Darkon would basically be like the opposite of that, you know, like the like whole go woke, go broke kind of crowd that will boycott anything that they think might even have like the tiniest slight hint of wokeness, because they have like a female main protagonist or a character is gay or whatever. and with them it all becomes like bland and boring. Like the whole like same kind of deal is like, oh, generic white guy does thing or whatever. You know, you get what I'm saying. I don't want to get too political. Well, that's kind of how I would feel, and obviously like this would fit in with the boys' experience because he could, you know, he'd be like on the internet and stuff, and he'd be like seeing how the two sides of the video game like fandom kind of just like waters down and dilutes the original. Well, again, I don't dislike MatPat's theory because, you know, I do think he did a good job on it, if that is what they were going for, I would not be surprised because, again, MatPat made a good. He had a lot of evidence, and good reasoning for it. Just kind of don't feel like it fits in with the rest. I still like these kind of story that we had. Yeah, easy bill. Well, something I really like is the fact that they gave every stage a battlefield form. So that just means that if you want to play battlefield stages, like if you're in like a tournament, Smashbros tournament or something, you're not seeing the same like 1 or 2 stages each round. You actually see like different stages. Well, I don't watch Smash Bros tournaments. Maybe I should. Okay, that definitely hit it. But whatever you say, game. Like I was saying, I should like start watching some tournaments. I just never found them that interesting. I tell a lie. I have seen one tournament. It was what's his name? Alpha Rad's tournament he did with a bunch of like professional players where they had like items and stuff on, I think it was. Oh, and I did see some others where it was like, oh, who's the best heavy player? And it was like a tournament of like with a bunch of these different players who specialise in playing heavy characters. Also, I love I didn't get this quick enough, I don't think, but I love how oh yeah, right, yeah, you can see that I love like the little details, like being able to see Samus's ship after Ridley's final smash in the background. I love that kind of stuff. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, I did. Anyway. Oh. Oh, okay. Anyway, might lose this one actually. And anyway, I did. I remember one time back before Ultimate, I saw a clip from Smash 4 where in a tournament, someone was using Bayonetta and another guy was using Lil Mac, and that was like the Bayonetta was the best character in the game at that point, and Lil Mac was the worst. And the Lil Mac player beat the Bayonetta player, and it's like, oh my god, that must be so embarrassing, losing to the worst character in the game while you're using the best. I just found that hilarious. Yeah. What else? What else can I talk about? We'll talk about the DLC characters. Joker, I've still not played Persona, I need to get around to playing Persona 4 5. I've also got like 3 on PlayStation 3 I've got to play and stuff. Yeah, I've never played any Dragon's Quest game. Banjo and Kazooie was I absolutely lost my shit. Because this was the first new Banjo Kazooie thing we've gotten since Nuts and Bolts. My god, I loved it so much. And it's just like, why did Microsoft not fucking capitalize on like the just explosive amount of like, you know, attention that Banjo and Kazooie got put on them? Like even doing like the bare minimum, like, oh, let's put the Banjo trilogy on Switch. No, they didn't do that. Why did you do that? It's like, why does Microsoft just want to keep Banjo and Kazooie dead? Why? Like, if they're just gonna, like... I know it's not the same way today as it used to be. So, I'm not really gonna ask them for a new game, because they're probably not gonna be able to recapture the magic of Banjo and Kazooie. Heck, the original developers who left Rare and made Playtonic had difficulty recapturing that magic with Ukulele, which I loved Ukulele, I had a lot of fun with that, but it wasn't, you know, as good, in my opinion, but it was still brilliant and a lot of fun. Oh, I just sell it off like Nintendo. Just be like, hey, Nintendo, do you want the rights for Banjo and Kazooie? And they're like, yeah, sure. Like, come on, just sell it to somebody who will actually use it if you yourself aren't. Or just like sell, just fucking do something with it, Microsoft. Christ. Terry never played any Fatal Fury games, so Violet didn't play their game. Min never played their game. Worst character in the entire game, in my opinion. Steve, like, I honestly never expected them to put Steve into Smashbros, and they did. Like, and the amount of like they had to like basically go into like each stage of like, okay, this is the like stone material, this is like dirt and the sand, and this is material, this is sand material, this is metal, and it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, the only thing I don't like about Steve's inclusion is the fact that in custom stages they're all like the same material, which would have been cool if they made it so you could, if it wasn't all just the same material. I don't know how difficult that would have been, but I don't know, maybe it was an oversight. Anyway, but I can't remember the name of the video, but I saw this video one time. This guy basically going over just like making skits of like how Nintendo got each character into the in all the DLC characters into Smash Bros. They call up Microsoft and it's like, hey, we want Banjo and Kazooie for Smash Bros. And it's like, but what about Master Chief? Because I know Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, who... I think they said, Microsoft said, who are they? Anyway, it was hilarious. And it's like, okay, but next time you better call me about Master Chief. I think you'll him again. It's like, hey, man. Hey, Microsoft. Master Chief? No. Oh my god. It was hilarious. If I could remember the name of the video, I would put a link in the description or in the chat or something, but I can't, and I'm not going to put the stream on pause. Just to try and hunt that video down. Sephiroth! Oh my god, that... Honestly, Sephiroth probably had the coolest reveal out of all of them. Like, you just see Galeem, and then Galeem gets cut in half! And then there's just Sephiroth there! Oh, and I love how he's like, they very nearly had him kill Mario. That was a super cool silhouette. Oh my god. I've not played Final Fantasies, any of them. I played a little bit of 7, and then I got a bit stuck, and then I just stopped playing, and then I never picked it back up. But oh my god, Sephiroth is one of those characters where it's hard to make him not look cool. Pyra and Mithra, again, I've not played any of the Xenoblade games, but they're cool, I like them. Kazuya, never played any of his games, don't really care that much. And now Sora, I've not played any Kingdom Hearts, well I played Kingdom Hearts 2 a little bit, but they never got past the beginning, and I've heard even like from people who like Kingdom Hearts 2 that the beginning is a slog, so I don't feel too bad about that. I was considering doing a Let's Play of it at one point, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, Sora, honestly, it does, even without any of the like, Disney characters or anything, this was the perfect end to Smash Bros. There is not any character in existence that I'd say would have been better for the final DLC character than Sora. I mean, come on, like, you have the character from the biggest crossover of non-video game characters in the biggest crossover of video game characters. Like, that is big. And also, it's a Disney character. It's a Disney character! Like, I mean, he's, like, Sora himself is not officially a Disney character, but Disney still has, like, control over him. Like, you know, I can't remember their name, but, you know, the company who made him, made the Kingdom Hearts game, they couldn't have put him in here without the permission of Disney. And if you know Disney, they are more draconian with their IPs than Nintendo. If you think Nintendo is bad with like copyright strikes and DMCAs, Disney is so much worse. Like, they are Nintendo on steroids. And if those two went to court against each other, I do not know who would win. It would be. Ooh, that would be a that would be something to behold. And also, honorable mention in here in the DLC part is like Piranha Plant. They don't count as a DLC character in my opinion. It's more like a... Well, I got it as a like early adopters bonus for free, and so I basically got it for free because I bought the game early. But you can buy it as DLC, so I think it's just, I don't know. But definitely like one of the more out there characters that they added. I do like that. What about the new characters that they implemented? So Bayonetta was like, so it was Inkling. Yeah, that honestly, Inkling being one of the new newcomers to Smash Ultimate, that was predictable because it's like, yeah, it's like they are the mascot of their game, which is fairly big now. Like, it's not like Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon big. Not many games are, to be honest. To be fair, but it has got its own fan base. Ridley, yeah. Like, it was a bit of a surprise because Sakurai has always said, he's too big for Smash. And yeah, they did have to shrink him down a lot, but he's like a character that's been requested that so much that it's not a surprise. Simon and Richter, yeah, retro reps, they're back on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Not super surprising that they got in. Pretty cool if you like that series. King K. Rool. That was a surprise because it was, he's not a rare character, but he was from a rare game, and it kind of feels like he kind of felt like one of those characters that wouldn't get put in because at this point you'd think they would have done it like by Smash 4. Because they put Duck Hunt Duo in Smash 4, and Ryu and Ken and Corin and Pac-Man. Like, you'd think at that point that they would have put him in if they were going to. But yeah. And Isabelle, Isabelle being put in as like a not kind of like a reimagining of Village's moveset, basically. Incineroar, I don't like Incineroar. I honestly just don't like Incineroar being in here. I feel I know they wanted to put one of the new starters in, but did it have to be Incineroar? I'll give them Incineroar would be that one. Would be the one of the three that would get put into like every thing, basically. If there was something even remotely alone in theme, then you're probably going to find Incineroar not far behind. And it's kind of started to have the same problem with Charizard and Pikachu, in my opinion, where I've just seen him so much, I just kind of I would like to see less of Incineroar. But even in this game, he's probably my second least favourite character. Again, Min is my least favourite character to play. And yeah, and he kind of just doesn't bring anything super new, the most unique thing he brings is his counter tech. It's how his counter works, which doesn't really have anything to do with how he works in the games, and also his up B basically being suicide. Because it's his best form of recovery, and he just cannot recover. I feel like Decidueye would have been a better pick because Decidueye is an archer, and we don't really have many archers. We do have people that use a bow and arrow, like Pit, Dark Pit, and the Lynx. But we don't. But if they could have made Decidueye much more focused on his arrows, with them being able to home in and stuff, and he has Leaf Blade, so that could have been his he could have been. I think he could have just done more with Decidueye, and also, and I can kind of forgive that Incineroar doesn't really have any references to the games and how he works in games, because when they were putting him into Smash Ultimate, he was still being designed for the main game itself, so it's just they didn't really have anything to go on. Yeah. I really like how they just brought everybody back for this game, and I don't know if there's going to be another Smash Bros on Switch 2. I kind of don't really feel like they need to put another Smash Bros on Switch 2, though. I was just speaking of the devil on the shelf here. Anyway, so Like I was saying, I don't feel like they need another Smash Bros. On Switch 2. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they just made another DLC pack for Smash Ultimate. And I honestly wouldn't be mad if they did, because I don't really think there's much you can really do to improve upon Smash Ultimate. Like, as is, like, if there is another Smash game and it's not basically just like Smash Ultimate with like less characters or anything, I feel like they're gonna do a hard reboot. So my thoughts is like go back to the drawing board with the character movesets, because like especially like the classic characters like Mario, his moveset is for the most part is just like his Nintendo 64 moveset. Still, but like, and with the exception of his sword, Ganondorf is basically just a clone of Captain Falcon. So, and I feel like they could make these characters a lot better if they designed them with the like effort and the time they put into like the new characters and the DLC characters. And it does kind of feel like sometimes like the new characters are just, you know, they get a bunch of attention, but they never really like update older characters to have more references to their actual games, to like newer games and stuff like that. Like the most change that Mario received in Smash Ultimate, if I'm not mistaken, is literally just, oh, you see Cappy in one of his taunts. How cool would it be if you could use Cappy, if like he had a capture ability, where you could capture your opponent, and they'd have to button mash. No, goddamn. Anyway, they'd have to button mash their way out of the capture. Capture, and at higher percentages, is it would take longer to mash your way out of the capture, but then you could hit Cappy, and then Mario would lose Cappy for a bit, and he, you know, could make it say, oh, he takes a bit more damage if he doesn't have Cappy or something. I think that could. In his actual moveset, the newest reference in his actual moveset is Flood from Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. I think if they were going to reboot it, I think they should have. We should have Mario, Donkey Kong, Link. Hold on. Maybe, yeah, Mario and Donkey Kong, Link and Zelda, Samus, Samus and, I don't know, maybe a couple of Pokemon reps, all the reps, so like, yeah, Samus, Kirby, well actually Kirby's moveset is pretty good, but Kirby, I like Jigglypuff or Mewtwo, and a couple of Pokemon reps. Yeah, so I think, yeah, well, they definitely need a big three, so like Mario, two Mario reps, two Pokemon reps, and two Zelda reps, because I think those are the three biggest franchise. Well, maybe, I don't know. And Mewtwo, maybe. Pikachu's the main thing. I don't know. And then maybe have like expansion packs where they add, where they bring back characters with revamped move sets and stuff, and just like give each character the time, the time and the amount of work I went into making the, the new characters and DLC characters. Well, no, I don't really see what else could be done with Smash Bros.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, how did I... Well, I mentioned the Dark Pit last time and then I got Dark Pit. I mentioned Mewtwo this time and I get Mewtwo. Nope. No. What? I just pushed him. Yep. Okay, Mewtwo's just kicking my butt. Nope. There you go. Killed somebody with Mario's Final Smash. Which is a bit of an achievement because Mario's Final Smash is quite bad. Yeah, and like Mario's Final Smash is not really a reference to anything. At least Mewtwo goes. Like Mario's had so many adventures since the Nintendo 64. You can come up with so many better Final Smashes. Again, I would like to see Transformation Final Smashes come back. Oh, you could do some really cool transformation Final Smash with Mewtwo. So you activate his Final Smash, and he Mega Evolves, and it pauses game for a second, and you can pick which Mewtwo you want to use, Mega Mewtwo X or Mega Mewtwo Y, by pressing the X or Y button. Oh, no, damn it. I honestly thought you was going to use a Shadow Ball. Why? That makes me feel even weird because I'm losing to an idiot because of like very slight input lag on my capture card. No. You're not. I don't think you're really meant to play it like the way I'm playing it. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so that, like Mario's had so many different like adventures and stuff that you could make so many different references to, like Paper Mario, Mario RPG, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Mario Odyssey, Mario. You could make a. You could have like, well, maybe not sports reference because that should be more Daisy's thing because she and. Yeah, well, yeah, Daisy's thing because that's where she's like most. That's where she's most well known from. And it wouldn't surprise me if out there's like fan projects that revamp all the characters, like move sets and all that, because like I said, you could do a lot more of a lot of these. Again, make Ganondorf, you know, actually based on his game and not just a copy of Captain Falcon. Maybe give Falco something more than just being Fox, but with stun with his blaster being set to stun. And maybe give Daisy her own thing and not just make her an echo of Peach. Again, Bowser, and as well as Bowser's had so many games. Like for his Final Smash, you could literally give him a Wonder Flower and turn him into that Wonder Bowser, whatever he's called, whatever that's called, or have him turn into Calamity Bowser, Fury Bowser. Yeah, have him turn into Fury Bowser from Bowser's Fury. Why did I think he was anyway? Oh no, that's Calamity Ganon. And again, Ganondorf. Instead of having him turn into Pig Ganon, you could have him turn into Calamity Ganon. Or just have there's just so much more you could do with these characters that you could do if you like just rebooted it and just like gave each character more time, more development time, and to like research the moves and stuff. I mean, I think Yoshi, I don't think there's really much you can do with Yoshi. Like maybe you could give him like some of the fruit powers from like Galaxy 1 and 2. Well, no, he wasn't one from Galaxy 2, or from like the 2D Mario games. Again, like I said, I would like to see transformation Final Smash return. Like I was saying with like Mewtwo, you deactivated Final Smash and you could press X or Y to pick between Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y. Obviously, like Mega Mewtwo Y would have like a bunch of projectiles and that could move quickly and they float around, but would be like very weak. And then if you took any like serious damage, then you'd probably you'd probably die. But if you evolved into Mewtwo X, you'd do a bunch of damage, but you'd but you'd be bulkier, but you'd be a bit slower as well. And I feel like actually getting to play as Super Sonic would be more fun. And I definitely could see like Bowser Jr.'s Final Smash being turned into a transformation. Just change up his entire move, so that could be fun. And like, there's some lads you can't really, like Steve. Like, what transformation are you gonna do for Steve? Just have him drink a strength potion, regen potion, and or something, I don't know. But I also think like with Pikachu's could be redone, because like in Sun and Moon, or was it anyway in the Sun and Moon games that he got a Z move. He'd have him use his Z move as his Final Smash. Jigglypuff could definitely do with a redo. So I can just have you could just make a Gigantamax reference from Sword and Shield and have her get big, but actually be able to control her when she's big. Like completely change how she plays. Like she would hit hard and be bulky. It would actually be difficult to heal. But there are characters like Ice Climbers that I haven't really had a game since their like debut, where you can't really do much with them. Pichu hasn't really had anything new, really. Diddy Kong hasn't really changed either. Mario. Don't know how you could change it, but it's fine. Again, well, we could make it a transformation one again. Zero Suit Samus. Again, don't really feel it. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, but no. Zero Suit Samus wasn't in Metroid Dread, so yeah. He was again, not really anything new since. Yeah, and you do with King D League, don't you? You could definitely do more with his moveset, with like, more references from the games and stuff. And same for Lucario. Yeah. We're just getting into the newer ones, which are fine, like they're pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, this is the first day of saying goodbye to the Nintendo Switch. And we played Smash Ultimate. And I think on the Switch 2's release day, well, I'll probably do a stream where I'm waiting for my Switch 2 to actually be delivered. So what I'll do is I'll probably just have a stream where I'm just chatting and just like saying goodbye to Switch, and then we'll do like a first impressions live unbox thing and stuff like that. But anyway, I hope you guys all did enjoy this live stream. Hope to see you guys and hopefully tomorrow I'll do a live stream where I'll probably be doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe next. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.